Ladies and gentlemen, I only got one shot at this video. So on March 18th, I'm going to be heading out my storage unit. May I say, you know, trying to survive in New York City as a native New Yorker, I'm not someone that is pretending to be a native New Yorker. I am a native New Yorker. If you haven't seen my birth certificate, or New York City is not looking very good. And people like the mayor are not fulfilling their promises. But keep this in mind. What is happening here right here underneath this, because it is raining. But we are across the street from RC Projects, or housing, which is owned by NYCHA. And I had a corrupt housing organization. It doesn't care for people, because if you think about it, if you do your research, NYCHA, that's between 28th Street and 23rd. And NYCHA is actually people that live in that area or in a NYCHA housing facility just like this, that they was going to accommodate those. But that's a lie, because I was in a house that separate each floor as an apartment. And when the Yuki, or mind you at the time, I would have been homeless, temporary homeless. But it is not for, the city is not working for your benefit or what I need. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I found a social worker at the hospital. So I didn't know I can file a human, know that, because I went to the courthouse to file for legal documents for Joshua Jones. It's like, it depends on the negligence, but what do you mean? Like, my social worker is supposed to give me housing, I'm recovering from a surgery. So I explained to, and she said, this should be, mind you, I explained to the clerk, but she said, division loss of discrimination report against the hospital. So, because right now, I don't know what to do. I honestly don't know what to do. It's raining. And right now, I'm on my way to a community fridge. Well, I've been hiding inside most of the day because it's been raining and it's cold. So take everything what you see with a grain of salt. My name is Kiki Alexander. You know me as Panda. And we are across the street from the Marcy Housing Projects. So we are walking towards down to Bushwick. But I want to also tell you what happened today. Oh, well, not today, I'm sorry. What happened yesterday. So, yesterday, I was on a train, minding my business, you know, wasn't doing anything. I took my phone out my pocket to check the time. This guy walks up to me and says, "You recorded me?" I'm like, what makes you think I'm recording you with a lens cap in front of my camera lenses? Think about that before you start accusing people of wrongdoing. And how dare you violate my First Amendment and your First Amendment rights as an American citizen? That's how crazy it's going on in the subway. It's the first time in history it's down, but that doesn't mean robberies. So, yeah, just not my business, took the phone out my pocket, tried to charge it to fucking 100%. Video may be short. But I'm having some sin? Not at all. Not at all. This is not affordable housing. That is going to be over here with your Jewish home. I'm going to be very honest to 8 years. I'm going to show you what this place is. Senior, maybe someone that is, mind you, but it's not 800. So, and it's your zone. And I'm asking them, can I get an application for your apartment? And they do a credit check. I'm trying to hide from the rain. I know I'm repeating myself, but you gotta understand that I might do New York City and file a complaint through New York City. But right now, I'm gonna continue to walk. It's just that it is raining, and I don't have an umbrella with me. All my umbrellas actually broke because of the weather and storms that we had this winter. So, and right now I can't afford to pay for my storage. I can't afford to pay for another month's rent. And this is why I was saying to you earlier, if the social worker at the hospital had done her job, I may have kept a lot more money in my pocket during this recovery, instead of spending the $27.50 total for a month worth of rent, even though I had most of the rent money. But, you know, Michael and Phil came through and tried to help me. Now Yuki, my ex-wife, she's talking about helping me for the last month of rent. I'm saying, I don't spend $27.50. That's just crazy. So, and people telling me that's expensive, Panda. Like, for one bed, yeah, it is expensive, but it's not news. It's just common. It's just the way the city is. So right now, I'm trying to make this rain slow down because I don't want to get wet, but I'm also looking for extra food, even though I have food at the house. It's just like I need to stack up. But right now, I am financially fucking ruined. I am trying to survive in New York City, and I'm saying this to to all the New Yorkers that want to pretend to be natives when they're not natives. I'm going to say this for the last time. I do not care about the mayor, Madani. He was born in East Africa, not New York City. I don't care what you have to say. He's a communist. He's not a socialist. He's a communist. He is literally doing the things that, mind you, it's not new. Just look at the way he behaves. But Americans don't know that because they are not him. And they are not familiar with New York's history. Because, mind you, before the Muslims came to New York City, who you think the cops were picking up? Blacks, Latinos, Dominicans, Cubans, some Asians, right? I never in my life have seen a Muslim man get arrested back in the 80s and 90s in New York City. I'm not saying that Muslims are not New Yorkers, but this dude right here, Madani, came into New York City in 1998, ladies and gentlemen. He was just a baby. That's right, he's a baby. Mind you, I'm 47. He's 30, what, 33? Come on, man. Think about it. He's 33. He was a baby when he came to New York City. He doesn't even know. He doesn't probably even remember what happened on 9/11. So with that said, everyone, people are arguing with me about, you don't know what you're talking about. You're not a real New Yorker. I bet you wasn't born here. Yes, I was. Yes, the hell I was. It's right there. Brooklyn, New York. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, I don't even know what I'm going to do for myself right now. I'm stuck. I got no money. I can't pay my bills. I got laid off my job. Went to the doctor's office yesterday. You know, things are looking great, but guess what? I got some levels that are very off. I'm not eating. Here's the problem. I'm not eating when I'm supposed to be eating. Nutrients. I need nutrients, protein. And my doctor knows, hey man, I'm poor, I'm struggling. This is New York. Don't expect me to just like, you know, keep up with all this stuff. I'm a one-man army. I don't have family. You know that already. Come on. Even the social worker was like, you have no family in New York? How if something happens to you, who are we supposed to call? You're not supposed to call anyone. It's not like you guys give a fuck about the homeless. This is why I say to these New Yorkers that want to be, mind you, I'm saying this to New Yorkers that want to literally make it seem like Madani is a God savior. He's not a God savior if he wants to dip in to the retiring pension fund. Wants to dip his hands into the reserves. That's just fucking ridiculous, man. And his math, his calculations, his circle is off. Everyone that works for him in his office, a bunch of fucking idiots too. Because if you look at it, he's hiring people that he wants, that won't take, mind you, they're not going to talk back to him. That's why. He hired, mind you, if he was to hire someone like me or someone that actually understands the city better, I would talk back to him like, you might be the mayor, but you're not a New Yorker. You're obviously missing the picture. But guess what? But he has $1.3 billion for immigration services. But none of that is going to veterans. None of that is going to the homeless in New York City. This is why I say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doomed. You are doomed. Because people wanted to vote for, let's be real, collectivism. So, I'm just going to have to suffer. Because I voted for Curtis. But I'm not complaining. I'm just going to let this ride out and let people see for themselves. You're not going to get free buses. He's a mayor, ladies and gentlemen. He's a mayor. He's not the governor. He's not Albany. Albany is the one to make that decision if they want to create free bus services for New Yorkers in this city. Not the mayor. It's not up to the mayor. None of this is up to the mayor. It has to be approved by Albany. But I guarantee what Albany is going to do and what they are going to approve, that 9.5% tax increase on everyone that lives in this neighborhood, these housing projects, this block, this school, everywhere here in Bethesda-Stuyvesant. That's just what's going to happen. We are going to have to pay double. This store can't even probably pay their bills now because he wants to increase the, mind you, property tax. If he can't, mind you, get his way, if he can't get his way to tax the rich, he's going to tax us. And that's what it's looking like. Yes, it is, ladies and gentlemen. It's looking like he's going to tax us because of him and every other mayor like Adams. But most people are not listening to what Adams said 2 years ago, last year, and before he left office. He said it multiple times on radio shows. He said it multiple times on television. We are in a $12 billion deficit because the Democrats kept giving free money to those that did not earn it. Listen, like I said before, I'm not against immigration reform. What I'm against is taking taxpayer money and spending it on people that want to harm us in the city. You gotta be careful with those guys on the fucking bikes. They're robbing people tonight. If they're wearing ski masks, I got no bags. I'm popping off because they're robbing people. I'm gonna die on these streets because New York City is not being fair to its residents, its real residents. Look what's going on in the world today. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that headline. 9 more people have died, housed. Because guess what? This is NYCHA. You see these buildings here? NYCHA. In the Bronx, there were people at a NYCHA housing complex that did not have winter for the whole heat. They still don't have heat. People have been suffering because of his, mind you, he's been in the office for only 2 months. Or Dinkins or Edgecott. They never had deaths in the first 6 months of, mind you, these are the first 2 months in office. People are dying under his administration. You see, here's again, what did I just say? I didn't vote for the dickhead because I'm not that stupid. I said this in the beginning of my video. Pay attention. I voted for Curtis. A native New Yorker got shot 5 times for all of you. People don't know. Curtis got shot 5 times for native New Yorkers. And he's not mayor. He should have been mayor. No, I'm not gonna go to McDummy's house. I'm not gonna go there. I have no quarrel. Only quarrel I have against him is what he's doing to veterans, people that are trying to retire in this city that have been working 30 years. Come on, man. I did not vote for that. Because you know why? I knew if you look back August, September, and October, he's not the capital of New York City. I mean, New York. Albany is, not New York City. There's no way he's going to give out free buses. Like I said, this man was overreaching, and he did overreach. Now, everyone in New York City, other than his, they want a rent freeze. That's not going to ever happen in New York, ever again. Rent freezes in New York City don't exist anymore. I'm trying to make this rain slow down. So take it with a grain of salt, everybody. I'm just trying to survive. What kind of dignity I have left. Because right now, I'm going through a mental health phase. I even talked to 988 last night. I'm just going through my phase. I'm busting my ass to stay neutral, stay positive, stay on my toes, keep my head on my shoulder, don't do, mind you, I even had to argue with certain people. I had to literally walk away from certain people because they were doing things they shouldn't be doing to themselves. I don't want to be around that. And right now, I'm stressed. I just don't know how this city expects everyone to afford the prices on rent. And Chelsea, the Chelsea houses in Manhattan. All those people that live in these buildings called NYCHA, right here. You see all these buildings here? Now, if you Google right now, Chelsea housing, houses, that is owned by NYCHA. NYCHA wants, like I said earlier in this video, NYCHA wants to remove everyone from their homes to build luxury apartments and, mind you, retail space. They want to kick you out of your home to build retail space. Because guess what? It is actually next to, mind you, Hudson Yard. They want to connect Hudson Yard to Chelsea. They want to make it a luxury downtown Manhattan. They don't want people to live in Manhattan anymore. Only the wealthy they want to live in Manhattan. You know how many people live in those houses? The Chelsea houses in Manhattan? Over 3,500 people. Over 3,500 people live in those houses. How are you going to replace their homes? Oh, I know how. They're going to put them in a fucking homeless shelter system. That's what they're going to do. They're going to give them a Section 8 voucher and tell them you have an opportunity to win a new apartment if you contact us. Mind you, got to contact your social worker every month. You got to report it in. You got to give her your statistics. You got to let your social worker know that you're working, blah, 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 in order to stay on the voucher system. Ooh, see, that's a catch. You may have signed up for it, but you got to keep up with it. And not everyone is capable of keeping up with it because not everyone can afford cell phone bills. Some of the biggest restaurants are closing. Dude, mom and pop restaurants are closing non-stop in New York City. They're closing non-stop. Not just big name restaurants. Who gives a fuck about big name restaurants? Big name restaurants, they can recover. Because either they are celebrity owned or it's just a big ass fucking, who cares about these name and fancy restaurants? What about the mom and pop shops or the mom and pop restaurants that have been here for generations, for over 60, 50 years? Look at Harlem. Harlem used to look, mind you, when I used to live in Harlem when I was a child, it was fucking like living in a war zone. You lived in a crack house. If you didn't live in a crack house, right, you lived in a half-burnt building. You lived in a half-burnt, deserted building. Maybe 3 apartments out of 7 apartments were available. Look at Brooklyn. Look at Williamsburg. Before Williamsburg gentrified itself, it used to be nothing but a scrap yard. The docks. Everybody remember the docks? I can even show you one of my old pictures from 1992. This is when I started shooting with my Minolta GX7, which was a film camera. No one wanted to live in these neighborhoods, but now they want to because gentrification took place. Look at Harlem. Harlem didn't have white people. It was all, you either was Dominican, Puerto Rican, Cuban, black, Chinese, exactly. But now, you got fucking tour buses riding through Harlem like it's nothing. Now you got, they never want to go to the Bronx, but they can go to Harlem now. But as I was saying before, it doesn't matter what I preach, what I say to you. Nothing's going to change the reality that Madani is going to ruin this city. He's already making out, mind you, ladies and gentlemen, I am pro-police. Yes, I am. You got a problem with that? Because guess what? I guarantee someone in your building is actually serving, mind you, is either law enforcement. Someone in your building is law enforcement. That's your neighbor. An assault on a police officer with a, mind you, let me explain what I'm talking about. An assault on a police officer with an ice snowball is assault. That's not playing, that's assault. When the individual knows that that ice ball, mind you, that snowball is not snowball, it's an ice ball. It's an ice ball. And you, mind you, a big ice ball, and you hit an officer with that? But guess what? The charges got dropped. The DA dropped the charges, but guess what? The person got arrested had many, many priors of assaulting cops. That's the city that we live in. For all you young Generation Z, you lazy motherfuckers. Us millennium, 80s babies. I was born 1980. You have no idea what you're getting into. Now you got these young kids disrespecting adults. They don't care. They do not care. They want to disrespect adults like they got an authority. But they want the latest games from their mom and dad. They want their latest sneakers. They want the latest but they don't want to get jobs. So instead, they go rob people. They don't want to go to school so they can smoke weed on the corner. Like this corner. I walk by this street all the time because it takes me straight to my place. Right? I see kids smoke on this very block all the time and don't go to school. But I guarantee you this. Back in the day, if you didn't go to school, you got caught by truancy. Truancy was a program designed by NYPD to keep kids in school and not in violent behavior. Because back in the 90s and the 80s, it was a lot of violence. Kids brought knives, kids brought guns to school. And even today, kids are bringing guns to school, riding train surfing on top of trains, losing their lives. For what? For clout? I keep telling young people, stay in school, get married, and go experience the world. Get outside of New York, go to Canada, go to freaking Paris, go to freaking Japan, go to China. I went to these places myself. And what I saw was a beautiful place, a beautiful planet with all this opportunity and all these nice people. Then you start to realize a few things. When you run out of money and you run out of that happiness, you're right back where you started. Poorism. Yeah, being poor. You know what? There's nothing wrong being poor. There's nothing wrong being poor. What I do have a problem is people like us that are poor are not given opportunities. And I was given an opportunity, but I made my own opportunity. I made my own path without the government and without the city of New York's help. Right, New York City? I left you behind over 20 years ago to go to Wisconsin. Dude, it is late at night and these guys are blasting out. Don't they notice there's babies in this neighborhood? No offense, but there's a time where they should do this because you're waking up babies, man. There's another problem with New York. People don't respect the neighbor. But this is why, back to what I was saying before, this is why we're at war with Iran. Iran's been known. Let me explain to these dumbass Democrats that voted for Madani. Iran has supported terrorism, was Iran. Did you know Iran, before that in the 70s, was an ally to America? I bet you half of you young fucking people don't know that. Iran was a fucking ally. Swear that. Why do you think Iranian people are celebrating in America's that before? Listen, I know America is not a fucking... I know America... But right now, four American... I'm telling everyone, show your fucking respect to our veterans. To the people, mind you, to all you Democrats that voted for Madani. So you can live the next day to eat a cheeseburger. Eat that nice little apple pie. Drink, not paying your respects. This is America. War it may be in, they do it because they love you. But no one respects that anymore. When they saw military person, everyone sees someone in uniform. This is why I keep talking about veterans. Support veterans because they gave you an opportunity. Like this past memorial in 2025 with their parents. But I'm talking about the teenagers. I know who you were. You were out partying, barbecuing at the park, talking about. I know that's a joke. Seamen. You're not supporting any memory. Too busy having fun. That's why I'm always angry. So we can have this freedom. You guys don't show no fucking respect to veterans, man. That's what pisses me off the most. People are dying for your cause. And you're sitting flicking your TikTok like, nah, that's not important. Ooh, look, cats. Ooh, look at the cute cat. That's important? Someone died for your cause. This is why I'm asking these Democrats, what are you really fighting for? Why did you vote for Demand? Why did you vote for Madummy? You wanted the free groceries? You wanted free buses? Guess what? That has to go to Albany. Even I know that from a government standpoint. And mind you, as someone that worked government state, even I know you have to approve that by the capital has to prove that. Even if this was Oregon, let's say this was Salem, Oregon. Salem is the capital of Oregon. You will have to go to Salem, which is the capital, and convince politicians and senators and congressmen that you need free buses. People need free buses because they can't afford it anymore. But guess what? That was all a lie. That was all a lie to get your donations. This man begged you for donations, and he's begging for donations again for another runner-up. Oh my panda, I'm not, no, why? Why are you guys giving him money when we have veterans dying on the streets of New York City? Look at this homeless man. I see this guy in the subway every single morning. This was 2 days ago. So I'm going through station to station looking for, because I made some food and I felt generous. I feel like I wanted to make some food for some homeless guy. I knew someone was down there. So something told me to go to the next station. This guy right here, he sleeps in the subway every night. Yes, every night, everybody. He has no sleeping bag. He just sits there. Just like you see right now in that photo, in that video clip. He just sits there all night long. And guess what? He goes to work. He goes to work and then comes back to the same subway station every night to sleep. That is the country we live in. This is why, ladies and gentlemen, I get angry when I see it. I'm angry not right now because I'm going to be out here soon. If I can't pay another month's rent, I'm going to be out here. And yes, this weekend's supposed to be very, very nice. And guess what? It's going to drop right back down to cold temperatures after the 5 days of nice weather. It's supposed to be 6 days of nice weather. It's supposed to hit 77 degrees on Saturday. What? And then it's going to drop right down to cold weather like this. That is a recipe for ammonia. I know that because I caught ammonia in 2023 doing that. My health is not great. But I take every day with a grain of salt. I try to do the right thing, everybody. I try to live righteousness. Don't steal. Don't bother people. Don't be a burden. But guess what? Being laid off, while you're being, and mind you, being laid off as you're trying to recover from surgery is the lamest shit that anyone has done to me in my entire life being employed. But New York City, they got these special laws and special rules. They can get away with shit like that. But I guarantee you, this would never happen if I was in fucking Wisconsin, Minnesota, Seattle. This would never happen. Yes, even though Wisconsin is blue right now, but it was never blue all the time. But I'm talking to those Democrats that voted for Madani. Why? Because you wanted free shit. You wanted a handout. Even I want a handout. But I want to earn my handout. That's the thing. That's what makes me different from everyone else here. I'd rather work for it than get it for free. I want to work for it. Come on, Rain. Stop so I can continue to walk. I don't care if the government's watching. Dude, listen, I used to work for these assholes. I don't care. You think I really give a shit if CIA, FBI, law enforcement is watching my videos? Do I look like I give a damn? I don't. I really don't. Because they know that I would never ask them for fucking help. They know that I would never get on EBT. Keep this in mind, everybody. I was rejected 4 times in New York City to get EBT. But they give EBT to immigrants coming across the border. And the mayor is like, come on to New York. We were here first. We've been here first. We were born here. You won't give it to us? I don't give a shit. The government knows I'm fucking right. They should never had Adams in office. They should never had this fucking Madani in office either. Listen, if you're going to keep talking that nonsense, I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Or I'm going to have to make you leave. Because all you're doing is just trying to scare. And that's the problem within the audience, or my audience. This intimidation tactic. You ain't scaring nobody. I've been dead for 11 minutes. I was dead in that car accident that I had. For fucking 11 minutes. I lost my child. I lost my friend. I lost all respect with my family. You know what? Don't talk shit about FBI watching. Who gives a fuck? They can watch me. They can look. I don't care. I don't care. This is my story. If they don't like my First Amendment, then take it away from me. Then do me a favor. Let me sign off my 14th Amendment rights and go to another country. But guess what? In order for you to do that, the government wants you to pay in order to revoke your own. Like, For instance, remember the video when I was at the L train station like 2 summers ago? This white young woman, mind you, you guys were watching the live stream. You guys were laughing at her. She literally said, and I quote, when I told her, why would you try to violate my First and my 14th Amendment right as an American? She goes, I don't even know what that is. What's the 14th Amendment? I don't know what that is. And you call yourself an American. And she's white. Blonde, white. Remember that video, everybody? We were in front of the train station with 2 officers. Mind you, I was with 2 officers because he's with us. She tried to literally say, well, he's invading people's personal privacy. It's not when you are public sidewalk. It's not, because this is a 1 consent state. She didn't even know that. This is when you know you're not even from New York. Because native New Yorkers know, yo, this is New York. I don't need a consent to you. I can record you. This ain't California, when I do need a consent. In California, you need, when there's a crime when there's a crime taking place, you can record the crime. But when you're recording people out of just curiosity, you need consent in California. But in New York City, you do not. And so with that said, everyone, I'm trying to walk to a community refrigerator. Because I'm trying to do the best I can to stack them on food, because I don't have the luxury. I don't have the luxury. I never did, never will. Well, I shouldn't say that because I did. But guess what? People got mad at me because mind you, people got mad. This is what people's argument is about my past. People want to argue me about my past. If you didn't spend all that money on homeless people and strangers, you would have had money. But at least I did the right thing with my money. At least I didn't spill it on some fucking crack, some drugs, some stupid ass Jordan sneakers, some Nikes, some fucking Gucci. I didn't spend my money on that. I did spend my money on clothes, but the thing is, when I saw something on sale, that's when I got it. People act like I committed a crime with my own fucking savings. No, what I did was did the right thing as any other human being would have done. Take care to help people. No one can say, even the government knows what I was doing in Portland and in Seattle and San Francisco. They knew. What's Mr. Bailey doing out there giving them a people? He's trying to get a deductible. He's trying to, yeah. Dude, everything I bought for the homeless, I put it on my fucking taxes. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's continue to walk. Gotcha. Yes, it is Marcy Housing right there. I just don't know. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, my phone is down 50% battery now. No, fuck. So the other day, well, not the other day. So that winter storm that hit New York City, I went outside. I wanted to live stream. I wanted to record everything, right? And my phone got jacked. What I mean is that the weather, well, the snow, it was so windy and wet and snowing that I got water damage in my port. Rice, let it dry out overnight. That's what I did. Apparently, the MagSafe, the battery, all of it has to be fixed. Because the battery that I received last year from that repair, he gave me a fake battery. I knew it was not an Apple. It has an Apple logo on it, but it's a fake Apple battery. I knew I knew something was wrong. Because my phone kept shutting off or freezing. Sometimes it got hot for no reason. Stalling. It loved to stall. So, ladies and gentlemen, earlier in this video, I talked about the new apartment complexes that we're trying to, on social media, that we're trying to tell people in the audience that there's affordable housing here. This is not affordable housing. You see these buildings, these new buildings? This is Jewish owned. This is Jewish owned. It's not, right? But guess what? These folks and these housing projects right across the street are never going to get into something like this. It's expensive. And mind you, there are already people moving in already. Because all this used to be nothing but dead parking lots. Vacant parking lot. They took it and redesigned it, new housing. But guess what? None of this housing is going to go to any one of us unless you have money. They don't want poor people living in these places. They do not want poor people. I'm not saying all Jewish people are like this, no. Because the other day that I was here, the guy asked me, "Are you recording?" I was like, "What is it to you, sir? You need me to do a job? Because you're not supposed to record here." I said, "I'm on a public sidewalk. Are you telling me I can't record on a public sidewalk? Since when in New York changed the ordinance code? Give me a break, man. Stop trying to bully black people. That's what happens sometimes. People don't like the camera around this neighborhood. But they're going to have to deal with it. Because this is New York City. I don't need your consent. This is a public sidewalk. They treat it like it's private property. I'm not even inside a building. I'm on a sidewalk. But I was right there when two Jewish men approached me and told me that. I was like, "Are you serious right now? You guys are out your depth." And no, I'm not against anyone. It's they against me. Because, mind you, I'm not bothering anyone. I just stopped to take, mind you, I stopped to put my headphones away so I can record some B-roll. This is public sidewalk, ladies and gentlemen. You can record. This is not private property. Like, this is why I will never want to move into a place like this in the first place. If I'm going to be watched all the time, then I feel uncomfortable. I don't need to be being watched because neighbors don't feel comfortable with a black neighbor. That's the bullshit that you get sometimes in New York City. Racism. It still exists. I'm going to the community fridge. And I'm going to walk right back. Right now, I just need some fireworks. Oh shit. What are these umbrellas? Damn, it's pretty dark down here, man. Look at that. Look at this, everyone. I found $1. I'm not kidding. Look at this. I found $1. I'm not shitting you. Let me show you. Let me take my LED light. Look. I found $1. I wish it was $100. I could pay my fucking bill. Really need to fucking pay that bill. But yeah, you see how I just found... I didn't even know how I saw that at night. I trust, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, don't do drugs and you have good eyes. Don't do drugs, kids, and you will have good seeing eyes. You can see shit at night, like a cat. Anyway, we are now in Bushwick. Well, we've been in Bushwick. As soon as we cross that street, from those marshy housing projects, we in Bushwick. If you guys want to support the channel and subscribe, like, and share. Heard that. I fucking heard that. Did you guys hear that? Oh. Did he just crash into someone's car? Because that's what they do and they just don't give a fuck. Damn. Oh, maybe it was this. Yeah, this is why, ladies and gentlemen, never in New York City park your car at a corner in New York City. Don't ever park your car at a corner in New York City. You are most likely to get hit. I was supposed to buy fucking protein powder. Yeah. So now I can have protein powder. So if anybody wants to buy me protein powder, it's $17.99 for the protein powder. Yes. Poor man over here is trying to get healthy again. So freaking wet. Should have stayed inside. I don't think there's going to be food in this refrigerator, but I guess the walk is a walk, I guess. I don't have hope anymore. I'm so sick or tired of babysitting refrigerators. So now I can have protein powder. Doctor said I can drink some pop soda. I was like, I don't even drink pop. Yes, I don't drink soda. Never did, never will. This shit's nasty. If I do drink a soda, it has to be a Canada Dry, sugar-free. That's only if I'm sick. I have a fever, I have a cold. Oh yeah, speaking of this food bazaar, the manager from this food bazaar, mind you, didn't really contact me through social media, but contacted me through my review. Because I left them, mind you, I updated my review. I talked about price deception. Price, can't even get the word out of my mouth. So every time I went into this food bazaar, and something was supposed to be on sale or something wasn't on sale, it was a different price when I went to the register. That's deceptive pricing. And they contact me and say, oh, I'm so sorry, that would never happen again. Sure, you guys said that last time, it still happened. This is why I don't shop. I don't like coming to this food bazaar. Especially this one. This one, I don't like it. People are rude. People don't watch. There's no good observation. I don't think there's going to be food in that fridge. Now I'm starting to think why I even came outside in the first place. The only reason why I'm live streaming is because there's some fucking assholes out here. You have to be extremely careful. Oh, I need a bite. You know what? I don't even think I need a protein powder. Well, technically I do, because as I was saying earlier, my levels, yeah, they're not very good. But he said the protein would help my body regulate, not the protein powder. He's talking about the AG1 stuff. I'm like, oh, that. Dude, I can't afford that shit. That shit's expensive. Shit is fucking like the AG1 powder. That thing is like $100 for a fucking bag. Yes, you get all your vitamins and everything. It claims. But we're almost there. And my hair is falling out. That's what I wanted to talk to you guys about. My hair is falling out. Yeah. Like every day. Fucking more and more hair keeps falling out. I'm trying to grow my hair out again. I want long hair again. Actually, I want long hair, but I want a mohawk. And I want to color the mohawk 2 different colors. Black and white. Dude, I wish this dollar was $100. I can't believe I found $1 in pitch black darkness. I hope you guys saw it when I picked it up off the ground. Panda. I gotta, oh shit, you know what? I need to keep this dollar. Totally forgot. I need to buy soap to wash my ass. I can't believe these guys. I could have been back at work in like 2 weeks from now. Fucking idiots, bro. I can't believe they want to like, oh yeah, we... I can't believe they fucking laid me off. Could have been at work. I could have been back at work in 2 weeks. Stupid. So stupid. Make me go through the struggles of looking for another fucking job. That's how bad this city is, bro. This is what I was telling you guys earlier about. At all the states that I worked in and lived, I never had an employer that laid me off while I was on vacation, sick. Never. That's bullshit. Only in New York they can get away, try to get away with shit like that. Just saw some flashes. What the hell was that from? Oh, NYPD on the corner. Yeah, you gotta be careful. Listen, you have to be very careful in these project housing. Mind you, I was here during the winter a few weeks ago when they found a dead body in the trash disposal. And mind you, she was cut up in pieces. Well, yeah. Fucking wild. They shoot. Mind you, they shoot out here. This is why the cops are always around here. You have to be extremely careful. guys want to support, please support the channel. Subscribe, like, and share, I guess. You guys want to help out with any financial bills, some more food, there's a PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. That's up to you. I don't know. Lately, I have not been seeing any love. And then here's the thing. And then someone told me, you should just stayed home and not get your, why would you jeopardize your phone in that weather? I was like, I'm just trying to live stream for my audience. Like, but your audience doesn't give a fuck. It's true. Now, I'm not saying you guys don't, but I'm getting a lot of hate. A lot of hate. From the stupidest and most inconsiderable people that have no idea what they're talking about. They just want to make up stories. And here's the thing, they keep talking about the same old story and the same complaint over and over again. This is why I say to myself, like, you guys don't really have any dirt, do you? You just want to pick on someone on the internet. You got no life. Go fucking read a book. Alright, walked over here for nothing. Now I gotta go all the way back to Bethlehem Stuyvesant. Yeah, I need a hot chocolate or something, man. It is actually pretty fucking cold and raining. That's not a good mix. Alright guys, if there's no food here, I'm going to end the live stream. Because I'm just depressed. I'm just worried. Oh, the same thing again. I have some at home. Yeah, these are the silent. Well, they're greens. I already took some from earlier. I already took some earlier from the other fridge. It's the same people donate the same thing. I don't even have salad dressing. All right, we're gonna seek shelter. It's raining pretty hard now. I'm getting wet because I don't have an umbrella, so I do apologize. It's a crackhead. Stay off that white shit, bro. I'm smoking those rocks. Oh, it's so cold. I didn't even bring my fucking gloves. wet right now. I'm hoping I don't get fucking sick from this. Alright, we're gonna chill right here for a minute. I need to dry off. Yeah, I need to dry off. Shit, I'm so wet right now. Scaly Peak says, bro, I live on a fixed income. When I can, I can. What? When I can, I will try to help you out. Just wanted to say I really appreciate what you do. Thanks. Well, Stanley, I appreciate that, man. But, you know, life is what it is, right? I've been very patient this whole entire time for 4 years with this city. I've been so patient. I've been robbed several times. I've been assaulted. And here's the funny thing about that. If you guys were on the 25th, when I went live stream after court, when I was telling you guys, they try to like bring up my work ethics. Like, oh, you didn't say you used to work for a government or state officials. They're like, why you didn't bring that up? That has nothing to do with what happened to me on January 2nd with Joshua Jones. It has nothing to do with that. Who I worked for in the past has nothing to do with New York. The other taxis are annoying. Guy doesn't really see the other taxis. They don't pay attention to traffic laws. You are in a school zone. You're not supposed to do no more than 20. You want a hot chocolate, man?
Have you got a quarter?
No, I do not have a quarter for you.
You got a
no, I do not.
cigarette?
You can go. You have a bottle of liquor in your pocket.
Who told you to lock?
Ma'am, I've been doing this for a long time. Observation is what I do. So have a good night. Have a good night. Have a good night. But have a good night.
I wasn't coming at you with that angle.
Kids, don't drink and do drugs. This is why you don't drink and do drugs. You just lose yourself. You lose yourself out here. This is why I don't fucking do drugs. This is why I don't do drugs. Because you just lose everything that you really want to be. Oh, fuck you too. I heard you. I know I'm stupid. Take your crackhead ass out of here. I'm gonna get smart afterwards. You heard what you just said, right? I'm not the one that's being a fucking... come on, man. I'm trying to fucking survive myself. You asking me to give you something so I can fix your habit. Nah. This is why I didn't want to give Justin any money anymore. Or anyone at McLaren Park. I said help other fucking homeless people. And all they did was abuse my fucking kindness. I give Justin $20 fucking dollars. And all this time he's taking my money and buying drugs and fucking stupid shit with it. This is why I don't give him anything anymore. You lost a friend. You lost credibility. Simple as that. My policy is don't stay away from the drugs. I don't care if you do weed. Don't even spend my money on weed. I can get you that stuff for free. Now, I don't need to go to my friend's place and say, hey man, I need an eighth of some cannabis. Because he knows I'm not really a smoker. He knows I will just give it away. It's fucking cold, man. And it's fucking wet. Scaly says, bro, you have a good attitude and a good heart. Believe in it. I do believe in my heart. But guess what? My heart has also been tainted. It's been fucked with. It's been corrupt by this fucking administration, this government, this fucking country. I was happy. I was happy at one point in my life, ladies and gentlemen. I met this young lady after Yuki and I just split. I met this young lady in 2009. And guess what happened? She was taken. I swear to you, everybody, if Eve was still alive, I wouldn't be in New York City. I would not have come back here. My ass would still be in Wisconsin, still trying to tap that booty. We could have had some mini pandas. We could have had 2 mini pandas by now. Maybe. I'm just giving you guys why I'm also a victim of a hate crime. Not once, but twice. I also got assaulted during the pandemic for loving Asian people. But this time, this woman just decided to throw hot liquid in my face. Well, listen folks, my Cash App link is down in the descriptions, my Venmo, my PayPal. If you guys choose to donate, you always put the gun to your head. Yeah man, this is why I'm so happy to be smart and stay away from drugs. So fucking happy. I'm so happy to be black and smart. And stay away from the dumbass fucking drugs, Oh my panda, that's what scares the shit out of me about New York. What if I was fucking hanging out with the wrong crowd and someone spiked my drink and then someone gave me some drugs and like, I'd have been fucked. I wouldn't be here now live streaming. I wouldn't be telling you my stories. I would have been fucked. And this is why I keep telling everyone. Stop making these false stories because I'm going to sue you. Defamation of character, emotional distress, damages, loss of income. See, Stanley, if you watch my channel long enough, I pay for it all the time. I donate. You know that community refrigerator we just came from? I clean it. I control it. I'm the one that's in charge of that community refrigerator. This is why I go to this community refrigerator and I go to one of the stores. I am not responsible, the organization is, but they left me and in charge to say, hey Panda, you're around here all the time. We will ask you, they didn't, mind you, the leadership, she asked me, listen, I'm not trying to ask you for favors or try to force you to go to the community refrigerator. You want me to keep an eye on the refrigerator? Sure. It'd be my honor. I partnered up with Starbucks. I partnered up with big brands that bring food to that community refrigerator and to any other community refrigerator. I pay for it all the time. When a restaurant calls me, DMs me, and say, hey, Panda, we got leftovers. You want to take it to your community refrigerator? I'm like, well, give me like 20 minutes. I got to take the train to you guys. And yeah, no problem. I always got to pick up food. If you watch my shorts, you will see all the donations. I even cooked Korean spicy fried chicken for the homeless men. Most of them are veterans. But yeah, and you can see it on my channel recently. This past January, I cooked Korean fried chicken. I made Italian spaghetti, and they, mind you, these guys were happy. Like, yo, Panda, you the man, bro. Come out here with the food. Like, I felt good. It felt good. You guys don't have no idea how good it feels to put smiles on people's faces when you bring them something good to eat. Not no cold sandwiches. No one wants to eat ham sandwiches. No one wants to fucking eat pork. No offense to pork. I don't eat meat. But the point is, like, come on, that was my 5th time making Korean fried spicy chicken. I took my time. I took the skin off. I even cleaned the chicken, used vinegar to make sure there's no contamination, cleaned it off. I even marinated it for an extra night. And they literally tore that up. So yeah, I'm happy when I do stuff like that. It makes me happy. But I can't do it all the time. I wish I could do it all the time like I used to back in the day. Always bring like a pizza, like pies of pizza for the homeless in Portland. When I was in Seattle, I went to this pizza shop. They would just give me extra stuff, extra freaking garlic knots, because they knew exactly what I was gonna do with it. Like, yo, you came to pick up pizza, you're not gonna eat all of that. I'm like, no, it's for the homeless guys. Like, yeah, man, you do this every Friday. I'm like, yeah, I gotta do it, man. People need love. When I was growing up, I didn't have love. I had foster parents that were Asian. They wanted to control everything what I wanted to do. They kept saying I would never accomplish anything because I'm black. They were saying stupid racist shit. This is why I do what I want to do. Because no one ever, when I wanted to do something when I was a kid, when I wanted to do nice things when I was a kid, I was told, don't be so humble. That makes you weak. Then you want to see the real me? Piss me off. Watch me break every single bone in your body. You got how many bones? 229? How many bones the human body has again? 228? 229 total? Do it. Yes, I'm on Bushwick, Paul. I just came from the community refrigerator. I stopped by the other community refrigerator in Best Eye, Brooklyn. Not too far from the place that I'm renting month to month. So yeah, I came out here to see if there's extra food. Because sometimes people donate to the community refrigerator. I just told you about the community refrigerator. I'm in charge. I go by there all the time. I clean it. I donate food, pastries, whatever I can get my hands on from these restaurants. But tonight they didn't call me, and plus I don't want to go anywhere. I didn't want to go anywhere. I just stayed in all day, bullshitting, being stressed out. Well, I'm not stressed. I'm depressed. I'm emotionally depressed. I even talked to 988. Yeah, I talked to mental health services online on the phone. I needed someone to talk to last night because I mentally was going through my own phase. It sucks being alone. It sucks. You gotta fight this fight by yourself. I'm not saying that I'm by myself because I have you guys in the audience, but in reality, I am by myself. You guys are not with me when I file an application, or when some fucking jerk off wants to try to punch me on a train, yet like and punch me on a train for think I'm recording him. Sorry guys, I had to check my email. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going through my own mental health and going through my own problems. I'm not trying to put them all on you, because this is not your fault. I'm just a guy. I do the best I can with what I got. Like I said, if I had family, they would have been here by now, right? But no one's gonna come save me. Look what happened. Ladies and gentlemen, January, I went into the hospital for stomach cancer. And nobody came to the hospital to come visit me, bro. They made me cry. That shit made me cry every fucking day. Damn, I'm like, it sucks to be that alone. It's not that I don't want to be alone. People use me. People take advantage of my money. People take advantage of my kindness. And you wonder why I want to stay away from certain people. I don't want to be around people like that. I don't. Because I get very upset. I get emotional because it shouldn't happen to none of us. We should all have someone we can count on. But I did, and she was taken from me. Guys, you have no idea. I miss Eve. Dude, she's like a short Asian, dude, she is way shorter than I am. But I guarantee you guys would have liked her. Like, how is that little girl eating that much, bro? I don't understand it either. Like I said, she had a black hole in her stomach. It was just... Stanley, can I be honest with you about God? I don't believe in God. I never have, I never will. Because when I was a child, I was fucking sexually abused by a woman. No God came to my side when I told the principal, I told the fucking teacher, I even told a fucking cop. He didn't. And this is the problem with adults back then. They didn't want to believe children. And now, when I turned 15 and brought that shit to light, everyone was like, "Oh, you were telling the truth the whole entire time." Oh, now you want to believe me? Fuck you now. All right, let's walk back. I don't want to walk down that street. I'm going to walk down this street. That other street that we walk down, that's some scary shit, man. Walking back home. I'm fucking wet. I didn't bring no umbrella. I need to get an umbrella. I don't got fucking umbrella money. I'm gotta move out my fucking storage unit this month. Can't fucking pay for it. Sucks. I don't even know what I'm gonna do with the skateboard or the bike. I got a bike. I don't even know what to do with it. If I move out, I can't carry all that stuff. I got my rollerblades. I got 3 pairs of rollerblades, a skateboard, a bike. Then I got all my camera equipment, my clothes. I got a whole bunch of stuff, man. Oh, I gotta wipe you guys down again. Give me a second. Hold on, let me wipe you down. Okay. Well, anyway, if you guys wanted to help, whatever, it's a PayPal Cash App Venmo. Until I get a new job, which I already talked about that. I even applied to NYPD fucking traffic. Yeah, I applied to that shit. I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do fucking traffic work. I'd rather be a cop than a traffic officer. But in order for me to actually be law enforcement, ladies and gentlemen, since I don't have a criminal extensive record, I don't have a record. They try to, here's the thing. January 2nd of this year, I was assaulted by a black, homeless, bum-ass dude named Joshua Jones. He mad because I don't want to give him money. I don't want to give him shit. You steal a lot from your people that try to help you. You talk nonsense to people that try to give you knowledge. But you're sitting here mooching off of people. And you're going to try to assault me and try to attack my First Amendment, right? Because someone told you I talk shit on my podcast and on my YouTube channel. I got every right to talk shit about any one of you fucking assholes that think you are so justified to attack people because you got caught stealing. You got caught in a lie. Come on, man. You got caught in a lie. And the person that you stole the fucking device from didn't even do anything. This is like, oh, you're not going to do anything, bro? You're going to just let him steal? He lost it. He didn't lose it. He sold it. How do you give him an audio interface device and the next fucking day he loses it? That's bullcrap. You don't lose anything. You don't lose something like that. No, you do not. Even I knew he was lying. Even the people around Lot Radio was saying, that dude steals, he liars. He's a liar. I don't hang out with Josh anymore. I was like, oh, I never hang out with him. It's like, but your friend does. So I was like, that's Jonathan. Jonathan, he does what he wants. He's his own adult. But I try to warn him. Stay away from that dude. But then again, everyone knew I don't like Joshua. It wasn't news. This is why when the judge was watching the footage, she was like, you were assaulted. This case is dismissed. Yeah, I used pepper spray, ladies and gentlemen, because he wanted to attack me. And he said he was going to take my camera. So I pulled out the pepper spray and sprayed him. Guess who went to jail? I did, for pepper spraying him. A misdemeanor assault. Guess what? It didn't stick. Look what happened this past 25th of February. It got dismissed. Because they found credible evidence that I was telling the truth the whole entire time. It's called CCTV. Those are stupid fucking people. And this is why I said what I said about NYPD. I am pro-police, but I'm not pro-police when police officers don't do their job right. That's nonsense. I went to jail for protecting myself. And mind you, I'm asking the officer, are you serious going to lock me up for protecting? Ladies and gentlemen, I told the woman, I want you going in my bag, open that case. Guess how much that fucking camera costs? All that equipment on that one camera, guess how much that costs? And I don't have a right to protect myself from being robbed. Oh, you guys are, that's why I filed a civil lawsuit against NYPD. I don't want money. I want the officers to learn a lesson. Do your jobs next time. Do an investigation. Don't make assumptions. That bike that's right there. That bike is right there. That's clearly a fucking setup. That's clearly a setup. Where's the undercover cop car? Where's it at? That's a setup, bro. You don't leave a perfectly nice bike like that unchained. It's not. It's chained, but the wheels are not chained. I used to vent like you when things never went. Yeah. I'm not venting. I'm just depressed right now because I can't pay my fucking bills. I can't get the things I need right now. Like, for instance, I need to pay my bill. I want to keep the storage. So I don't have to worry about it. I can focus on getting a new job. Now I gotta focus on getting a job and watching my stuff. How am I supposed to go to work, watch my stuff that's on the street now, and then come back, my stuff is gone? I can't fucking, yeah, I can't do that. It's not possible. Let me go. But anyway, folks, I'm going to get out of here. I need to conserve battery. I got 20% battery left. So thank you, everyone, for supporting and chatting with me. But I got to get going. I got 20% battery left. And I'm going to walk straight up. But thanks for watching. You guys take care of yourself and have a good week. Oh, I thought there was someone sleeping there again. Thank you for all your support. Thank you for all your mental support. Oh man, why is it out of focus? And I'll talk to you guys in the next one, okay? Guys, take care of yourselves. See ya.